Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Brooklyn Technical High School Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. My name is Sibel. I will be your facilitator for this evening's session. I am super excited. We have a lot of absolutely amazing institutions here to tell you a little bit about themselves. Now, remember, it is about a 45-minute session, so we really do have more of an appetizer session happening in this session. So remember, take out your pen and paper or take down some notes, because it is really important that you do your due diligence after this session as well. Now, with that said, just a couple housekeeping items here. Your camera and microphone are turned off, so you're muted. Video is off and the panelists cannot see or hear you. So you're probably wondering, well, Sibel, how in the world do I ask my questions? I have a lot of them. Well, that in and of itself is a great question. So what you're going to do is use the Q&A button in your Zoom toolbar to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. Now, I stress at any time. It is very important because we do not have a live Q&A with attendee questions at the end. So again, it is very important to be asking your questions all throughout in that Q&A. Also, do us a favor if you could, please, and put the school's name within the question so we all know who the question goes to. With that said, this is our last session for this evening for the Brooklyn Technical High School. So we definitely do not have any more college presentations happening. So please disregard that message. But if you would if you'd like to relive the fun, or maybe mom wanted to check out these schools, or maybe another friend missed out on this, no worries. All of these sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Brooklyn Tech. With that said, I would love to get started with our first school up for this evening, Goucher College.
Perfect. So hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Megan Steely, and I am your admissions counselor from Goucher College. So Goucher is a small private liberal arts school located just outside of Baltimore, Maryland. We are in a town called Towson, about 20 minutes north of the Inner Harbor. So we're about 3 to 3.5 hours from New York City. And our location is great because you have that traditional residential campus, but also have access to the city. And we are also only an hour from Washington, D.C. When it comes to our campus, we have 1,100 undergraduate students and about 900 graduate students that are primarily doing online programs. So on campus, that focus really is that undergraduate student experience. And we also are committed to having small class sizes as well. So our average class size is somewhere between 15 to 20 students. We have an 11-to-1 student faculty ratio. But the largest class that you would have would be about 60 students divided into smaller lab groups as well. And as you get higher into your major courses, you could have a class as small as 8 students. So you're getting the ability to build those relationships with your faculty and your fellow classmates. Our student body is also diverse in a lot of different ways. So we have students coming from 48 states and 28 different countries. About 60% are coming from outside of Maryland. About 40% are students of color, about 40% are members of the LGBTQ community, and about 20% are first-generation students, and then about 25% are student athletes. When it comes to the Goucher curriculum, we really are focused on interdisciplinary learning. And so sort of the core of that is these 3 interdisciplinary seminars, starting with your first year seminar. And in that, there's intentionally small courses in your first semester where you're focused on your critical thinking skills, your problem solving skills, working in groups, working on your writing skills, on topics such as where the wild things are, looking at the history of wilderness in the United States, a course on censorship and journalism, and even a course called The Secret Life of Puppets. You then take 2 complex problem exploration courses, and with these, you're looking at one topic from a variety of different subject areas, like our course Disease and Discrimination that looks at AIDS and diabetes from both a biological and a sociological standpoint. So you have students in all different academic backgrounds in those classes. And that interdisciplinary nature also goes on to our areas of proficiency in data analytics, writing, and foreign language and culture, and then our 2 institutional commitments in race, power, and perspective and environmental sustainability, which are themes that you'll encounter all 4 years at Goucher. When it comes to your major, you do have until the end of your sophomore year to declare, so we want you to take the time to explore. Most popular majors tend to be psychology, biology, business, international relations, and creative writing. Most of our students will decide to either double major or minor as well. We also require that all of our students study abroad before graduating, either through a traditional semester abroad, where you enroll directly into an international university, or a 3-week intensive course abroad led by Goucher faculty. We send students to over 60 different countries every year. There's no requirement in how you complete your study abroad, and there's no additional cost for tuition on that either. We also have integrated career education into the 4 years of your college career. So making sure that you are set up for success post-graduation. So from your very first year, you are meeting with our career education office and also local employers. And then you have the opportunity for micro internships and then full-scale internships, either in the Baltimore area or over the summer all across the country and even internationally. When it comes to student life, we are a residential campus. Housing is guaranteed all 4 years, and for the most part, it's required to live on campus all 4 years. And our first year village is for our first year students, very intentionally built to foster community among our newest students, because studies show that if you build community at the beginning of your college career, you will be all the more successful. The Center for Race, Equity, and Identity, or CRE, was created in 2015 to celebrate students from various marginalized communities, like our students of color, our first-gen students, and our LGBTQ students. We also have over 60 different clubs and student organizations, events held by our student engagement team and our recreation and wellness team, and then 21 Division III athletic teams. Post-Goucher, 96% of our students are either employed or pursuing further education within a year of graduation. So we're really setting our students up for success. And while students are attending some top name universities and working for top name corporations, we also have a strong pull to the nonprofit sector, which I think is really great to see there. Now, quickly thinking of applying, we are on the Common App with no application fee, and we've been test optional since 2006, so nothing additional that you need to do there. All students are automatically considered for merit scholarships, and we do a holistic review of your application. These merit scholarships range from $20,000 to $36,000 per year. And then in addition to that, we do also offer need-based aid to about 97% of our students through the submission of the FAFSA. So we are trying to make a Goucher education as affordable as we can for you and your family. And then lastly, just to wrap it up, it's great that you are getting a chance to connect with us here, but we would love to see you visit our campus. We are open every day of the week and also some select weekend dates. And we also have an upcoming open house on April 23rd. So happy to answer any questions that you have, and thanks for joining us.
Awesome, thank you so much. If you have any questions for Goucher College, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Hampshire College.
Greetings, everyone. So nice to have you join us. I appreciate you being here. I am a New York City native, so it is, wow, I did this last night too. Hold on, sorry, that keeps giving me the wrong screen. There we go. Hampshire College is located, wow, we might not get a screen tonight. Hampshire College is located about...
Bernadette, take your time. It's okay, I didn't start yet. Go ahead.
Okay, 3 hours north of New York City. I don't know why it's doing this to me tonight, because I did exactly the same thing and I share my screen on a daily basis. So,
We see your screen. Is it just the wrong presentation?
Yeah, well, really what it should be is it on my Hampshire College video?
It says virtual visit.
It does say it. Sorry, it's not giving me, usually it shows it on my screen and it's not giving me that. My sincere apologies. All right, Hampshire College is 3 hours north of New York City. Our campus is 800 acres, which is about the size of Central Park. We have a working farm and about half of our land is preserved. We are having an open house on April 18th for both accepted students as well as prospective students. So please join us if you're interested. There are 4 things that make Hampshire very different than most other schools. The first is that we give narrative evaluations, and that is to both remove competition between students rather than getting grades. We're asking you to really focus on the content and think about how to be a learner. And while you're doing that, it is very much about thinking about your long-term trajectory and how you grow as a person. Additionally, we use learning collaboratives, instead of having School of Mathematics, School of Business, we're asking our students to work across disciplines. We use the phrase transdisciplinary, meaning more than just the interconnection, but actually how are we solving problems across the entire area that needs to be solved. And so what you'll see is in the learning collaboratives, we have 4 areas that are very much meaningful areas that we are trying to solve problems in the real world. Your first year seminar will be based in one of these 4 areas. And what we're asking you to do is think about all of the places that need to be addressed, and then how do you as a problem solver put yourself into that. And throughout your time at Hampshire, that is really the focus of what we're asking you to do, not just to learn material, but to think about how you will use it in the real world to make the world a better place. We also use a divisional system, and that is the way we break out our 4 years. So first year is Division 1. We asked you to really cast your net wide. Use this as your time of liberal arts exploration. And that is the only time that we have a class requirement of you. That is in your first year for Division 1 seminar. After that, you have 8 semesters to choose the classes that best fit your needs. And that means that you are choosing often a double major, and it is connecting between 2 areas. In Division 2 is where you begin to really do the deep exploration into those areas of study, again, plural, everything from sustainability and public policy, art and history, not art history, but art and history and how they're connected. In the sciences, it's often either business and science, psychology and science, ways to really dive deeply into how you want to make your learning happen. In Division 3, we ask you to create a large project that is the equivalent of 5 to 8 classes worth of independent study. Other schools call it a capstone project. It's really a bit more than that for us in your Division 3 project, because it's about creating new learning, not just something that you're learning, but what you can bring to the field, what you're bringing to that area of expertise. Our students do everything from developing products to creating a production, whether it's theater or film or something else. At Hampshire, you develop your own major utilizing 5 colleges. So we have been developed actually by the other 4 colleges within our 5-college consortium: Smith College, Mount Holyoke College, Amherst College, and the University of Massachusetts at Amherst, which is the flagship campus of the university system here in Massachusetts. You're going to hear from one of their sister schools, UMass Lowell, in a few minutes, also a fabulous school. What you'll see is that Hampshire actually cannot support every single class that our students want. And because of that, we have access to over 7,000 classes for no extra tuition. You can join 900 clubs or create a club on any one of the campuses, but you'll work within our model of self-direction and a very different kind of advising than the other schools offer. But we ask you to take all of that learning, put it together in a really meaningful package with your support from your advisor, and then you get to create this package that is not pre-prescribed from other schools. In addition, we ask you to remember that you are not a number to us. Through our application process, we do not require SATs or ACTs. We have been test blind and test free since 2014. We have been test optional since our inception in 1970. So we have always believed that students are individuals, that tests do not make who you are, and we really want you to be the architect of your education, and we know that you can take the leadership in that. For financial aid, we give merit scholarships to every student that attends. They start at about 27,000. My slide says 25,000, but we've actually upped it. It starts at 27,000, goes to 35,000. There's no extra paperwork for that. We meet about 85% of demonstrated need. We do not require the CSS profile. Then to give you some other basics about our campus and our graduates, we have 1 in 4 of our graduates go on to start their own business or a nonprofit. We are ranked number 8 among all liberal arts schools in the United States with influential faculty and alum. And the other 3 private colleges are also listed in the top 22 for that. Last thing I'll say is if you get to come and visit us, we're open 6 days a week for visits. Twice during the week we offer visits, and then Saturday mornings. So please come and see our idyllic campus. Thanks for joining me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Hampshire College, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have University of Massachusetts-Lowell.
How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for coming tonight. My name is Troy Lazaro. I'm the Senior Assistant Director of Multicultural Recruitment here at UMass Lowell. I've been at UMass Lowell for about 13 years. I'm originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut, which isn't really that far away from you guys. So Brooklyn, stand up. I connect myself to New York in many ways. I say Bridgeport is another borough just in Connecticut. But I'm here to talk about the school. So let's go on. Let's talk about it. So this is UMass Lowell. UMass Lowell is one of 4 of the UMass campuses that are out there. We are the 2nd largest UMass school in the consortium. You have UMass Amherst, UMass Lowell, UMass Boston, UMass Dartmouth. We are the one in Lowell. We're the 2nd largest, as around about 11,000 to 12,000 undergrads a year and around about 15,000 students total. What you're seeing here is the beautiful city of Lowell with the Merrimack Valley River that runs through it. The campus is located directly in the city, 25 minutes north of Boston. So we have East Campus, which most of the living is done. North Campus is where you're going to find your science, math, technology, and engineering. And South Campus, where you'll find all of your humanities-based materials, your humanity-based topics up over on South Campus. And don't worry about walking back and forth between those campuses. We have shuttles that get you back and forth across the campus. What are we known for, right? We're known across the world for our science, math, technology, and engineering. We also have our great College of Education, our College of Fine Arts and Humanities and Social Sciences, our Francis College of Engineering, our Kennedy College of Sciences, the Manning School of Business, the Zuckerberg College of Health Sciences, and the Honors College. So what I like to say is that we're a school that has it all. So whatever you're into, more than likely we have it, and we're welcoming you to it. We also have 120 plus programs of study, 40 plus master's degree programs, and 30 plus doctoral degree programs. So what happens is you actually have an opportunity to stay an extra year and be able to grasp onto your master's, or stay an extra few years and be able to grab your doctorate as well. We're a full service university that offers all of those things. So a little bit about our hands-on learning, because that's a big deal here at our university, getting you ready for the real world. We'd like students to be able to have a full opportunity to have co-ops, internships, and the like, so that when it's time for you to go off into the real world, you'll be able to have a resume and experience going along with you. Due to the fact that we're so close to Boston, a lot of our students have done co-ops and internships with the Boston Red Sox, the Celtics. We do their clinicals in the Boston area hospitals. I mean, in the tech agency, in the tech world, we have Raytheon, which is where they actually have a part of our campus where students that are into engineering have an opportunity to do an internship with them. We're also connected with Apple. We're also connected with Intel. I mean, so many different things. One of the biggest co-ops that, just so happened to be favorable in this time was our connection with Pfizer. Pfizer has been with us for a while, and it just so happens that the pandemic had to happen 2 years ago, and we had students that were actually in the process of working with the chemists and working with the doctors and working with the scientists over in Pfizer to help bring about the vaccine. So that's a cool anecdote that I like to know. A little bit about the numbers of our school. So what are we looking at, right? What type of student are we looking for here at the university? Well, for one, we are a test optional school. We also are a school that doesn't believe that you are 4 hours of a test, but you're actually 4 years of hard work in high school. So we're a test optional school. As long as you have around about a 3.25 or higher, you can apply to us test optional. If you so want to submit your SAT scores, that's perfectly fine too. Our averages range from around about mid 1100s to mid 1200s. ACT range from around a 24 to a 26. Some of the big deal items that I like to point out really are students being able to apply and apply early. Some of our majors are fill up so fast as they're hot commodity items like mechanical engineering and nursing and physical therapy. It kind of requires you to apply early action. Early action is not early decision, so you won't be bound to it. However, you do get an opportunity to get in early on some of the merit-based scholarships that we offer at our university. You can apply to us many ways. You can apply to us through by the Common App, the Coalition, if you guys are connected to the Coalition, the UMass Lowell application. Either one of those are perfectly fine for us. We are also a Division I school athletically. We are part of the Men's America East, or Men and Women's America East Conference. The men's ice hockey is part of the Hockey East. We have our Costello Athletic Center, Lesher Cushing Field Complex, the Lasher Park, Riverview Field, and the Saugus Center. The Saugus Center is what you saw here. This is hockey during homecoming season. Hockey's kind of king. Basketball falls right under that, but it's awesome because you get an opportunity to see your school play on television, ESPN, and things like that. So you do have that strong school spirit here at UMass Lowell. As far as diversity, we are one of the most culturally diverse schools in Massachusetts. At around about 40% of our students identify as students of color. We really appreciate that. That's one of the main reasons why I work here, is because of the fact that we are doing so much for our first generation, our students of color, and me being a student of color and first generation student many years ago, I understand what it's like. So we make sure that we put in all the efforts that we can to make sure everybody has an opportunity to have an equal playing field here at this university. I'm not going to take much longer. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to pop up the application apply now screen here, so you can see the different ways to apply. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. You can email me at Troy, TROY_Lazaro@uml.edu. Thanks a lot for everything. You guys have a great night.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions for UMass Lowell, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Macalester College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elion Paz. I'm the Dean of Admissions at Macalester College in St. Paul, Minnesota. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I've been at Mac for about 8 years. I do have a good portion of New York as part of my territory. We've had some really excellent applicants come from Brooklyn Tech. I was actually just looking up, and one of the more recent ones is he played baseball at Mac. We're a D3 school, and now he's an analyst for players for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And I just think that would be an amazing job, a job I wouldn't mind having as well. So this is my contact information. I'll be sure to put that in the chat at the end of the presentation. If you're not familiar with Macalester, we're located in St. Paul, Minnesota. And we have the distinction of being one of just a handful of highly selective liberal arts and sciences colleges in a metropolitan area. So from this aerial view, you'll see where Macalester is in the foreground. You'll see in the background there is Minneapolis, and then also St. Paul, otherwise known as the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. You'll see a little sliver of blue there. That is the Mississippi River that divides both cities at different points of their border. So Macalester really benefits from our location in a variety of different ways. Socially, culturally, there are a lot of really wonderful things to do in the Twin Cities. We have a vibrant performing and visual arts team. We have like 7 professional sports teams. Everybody gets a stadium here, apparently. We're good patrons, we're good fans. And I think that's why we have such a thriving, like I said, performing visual arts community, and just a lot of great things to do in the Twin Cities. We're also home to a variety of different cultures that make up the Twin Cities too. And it's really important to us as an institution that we're engaged in our community. So that is a big part of who we are. And of course, there's a strong academic component to being in the Twin Cities too that I'll get into. But first I want to talk about who we are. So we're a very mission-driven institution. We have core values that you'll see woven into a variety of the different aspects of Macalester College, from our academics to the programming that we offer students outside of the classroom, to our population of students. So we are strictly an undergraduate liberal arts institution. So we are smaller than some of the other colleges you might be hearing from this evening. We're around 2,100 students, strictly undergrad, and you'll see a lot of numbers there. But about 24% of our students are citizens of 98 different countries. 36% of our students, our incoming students, identify as Black, Indigenous, students of color. And there's about 14 to 16% in a given year for our students that identify as first generation to college. So these are all important things to us because it is reflected in our values to a commitment to internationalism, multiculturalism, service to society, and academic excellence. And so this isn't a new thing for us. The emphasis on having a global experience really was developed in the 1940s. Our president of the college at the time, President Turk, was actually in World War II. And at the conclusion of the war, came back to Macalester with the idea and belief that in order to make future change makers in the world, students needed to meet others with a variety of different perspectives and backgrounds and input and insights, that it wouldn't be just a homogenous college experience, which was pretty novel, pretty radical for the 1940s. So we have been building on that tradition and we continue to strive. We do not rest here at Macalester in continuing to be better and to better serve our students. So this the reflection of our student body, obviously you can see that there's diversity there, something that we're always looking to grow. What you can't see from here is the economic diversity. About 70% of our students receive some form of aid. We are a college that meets 100% demonstrated need for every admitted student. So we have over 64 areas of study. You'll see them all listed there, majors and minors, concentrations. About 30% of our students do do double major, but there are seemingly endless combinations of a student's pathway to Macalester, from being a major and a minor and a concentrator to a double minor and a major. I'm always impressed, always amazed by the Macalester students, the combination, but they really are looking at areas of study and having an opportunity to have a true liberal arts experience, and not necessarily knowing that first day or when they're coming in what they want to major in, that it really is designed for an exploration of these areas of study and for themselves and the identity that they have and what they're going to find themselves to be really passionate about. So I did want to note the concentrations are really exciting. They tend to address world issues and concerns of the day, but they're really at their heart truly interdisciplinary areas of study. One of my favorites is food, agriculture, and society. So when we think about the idea of food insecurity, food scarcity, that's a really wonderful major for someone interested in that pathway. These are our general distribution requirement courses. So we do ask students to take one class in internationalism, multiculturalism, really going back to our values, but you see that they really do cover the breadth and depth of a liberal arts experience that is intentional for students to really be exploring and not necessarily stay in one silo or area of study. We really shine in our internships. We have hundreds of internship and research sites within 8 miles of campus. So this could be the state capitol, the legislature, US senators, state senators, Minnesota Department of Health, Metro Transit, Veterans Affairs, the Federal Reserve Bank. Maybe it's being behind the scenes at a major museum or one of our newspaper dailies too. We have an internship site for every student. Also want to note about 95%, we have 95 study away programs that we're really proud of, and it's a wonderful opportunity for students that are looking to go to a culture beyond. We also have study away programs that are technically in the United States, hence study away versus study abroad. And lastly, because I always have so much to share, not enough time, we have really excellent placement, and that is a result of faculty that are committed to providing a substantial and a supportive experience at Macalester. So we have a wonderful graduation rate. Our graduates are going all over the world with great success. This is one of our graduates, Inaugurator, that we love to talk about because she truly embodies the Macalester spirit. Not only is she an accomplished actress, but she's also a Tony-nominated playwright And she gives back to the community as a UN Goodwill Ambassador. Service to society is also really important to the Macalester experience. Over 100% of our students engage in some form of service. That might be why we're second in the nation for Peace Corps volunteers. So with that, we have so many opportunities to engage with us. So I hope you'll learn more on our website. I do want to stress that we do meet 100% demonstrated need. If you walk away from anything from this presentation, to please note that and please learn more. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Macalester College, please put it in the Q&A. All right, at this point in time, my panelists and presenters, if you'd like to join me via video, that would be fantastic. Come on back, come on back. All right, I do have a couple questions for you all. So my first question, and I always love this one because everyone has something to learn with this one, right? And we're just gonna go in presentation order. So what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And Goucher College, you are first.
So my biggest piece of advice is to make sure that you are making the choice on your own. Take advantage of the information and opinions of your teachers and family members and counselors and friends, but it is ultimately your choice and where you will be spending your time.
Fantastic, thank you. Hampshire College?
I say the best thing you can do is see a lot of colleges. See big colleges, small colleges, ones you're really interested in, and see a few that you're really not interested in. It'll make you fall in love with the place you will end up for the next 4 years. And I think when you see that place, you know it, especially when you see others that are not as intriguing to you, it really seals the deal.
Fantastic, thank you. UMass Lowell? Hey, Troy, UMass Lowell, you there?
We all from Will.
I lost you there for a second.
That's okay. You can hear us now?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
So most importantly, I would give students the fact that this is a time where they can really be introspectively selfish and at the same time feel good about it, because we're coming after you, right? We're looking to get you to come to our schools so you can really shine, let yourself out as far as letting us as counselors know who you are. And don't be afraid. This is a time for you to advertise yourself. It's actually a practice run to when you graduate and you actually go out into the field and start looking for jobs, because you're going to have to start interviewing for jobs. And when you interview for jobs, you have to showcase yourself. You can put that into action 4 years in advance right now by showcasing yourself to us. Don't worry about being a nuisance to us. Call us, contact us, email us. This is all about you right now. And you really want this choice to be the best choice that you're making moving forward. So an only way you're going to be able to do that is by putting your full self into the program and into the chance of being able to be noticed and be connected by us in this process.
Fantastic. Thank you. Macalester College? These are also wonderful. All of that. I wish I had that in the college search process. I think I would just add to give yourself time. I think don't wait until the last minute. You may be someone that really thrives on procrastination that just doesn't work in college in maybe the same way it does in high school. So think of this as a preparation for your college experience, that if you are a junior and you're thinking about visiting colleges in the fall, we all have videos, we all have virtual programming now. So there's really no excuse to not learn about us before you even step foot on campus. So give yourself time to do all that work. You know, it wouldn't hurt to start maybe a Common App essay over the summer too, and give yourself time to edit it and to kind of find a topic versus sort of waiting for the last minute. So I encourage you to fight the urge to procrastinate your applications and do yourself a kindness and create a schedule and a timeline that you feel like you're going to be able to accomplish.
Fantastic, thank you. So on to our next question. And I love this question again, because I learned so much about you all, and so do our participants. What's one thing you want students to remember about your school? Goucher College, I put you on the spot because you're first, but go ahead.
So I think the one thing to remember about Goucher is our commitment to interdisciplinary learning. So, you know, if you have interests in a lot of different subject areas, you are able to explore that and are actually required to explore that. And so it really does make you sort of have this better understanding of the world at large.
Thank you. Hampshire College or Hampshire College, I'm sorry.
You are the architect of your education at Hampshire. You really do drive where you're taking it, and you have that opportunity to be the leader within it while also getting the support and facilitation of advising from our faculty. So you get to be in the driver's seat, and we get to help navigate you there.
Love it. Thank you. UMass Lowell.
Yeah, I'm just gonna echo everything else that everybody else said. Really, like I said, once again, this is all about you, and really don't be afraid to, really get all your questions heard and connect with these universities, because this is your shot. This is your time.
Thank you. And Macalester.
I kind of spoiled it because I ended my presentation with saying, if you remember anything, it's about meeting 100% demonstrated need. So I'm going to say free bagpipe lessons, because that's also something you can get at Macalester.
Love those interesting facts, y'all. Thank you so much. Last question of the session. What is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process? And again, Goucher, I'm putting you on the spot.
That admissions counselors are not scary people. We're here to help you. So ask any question that you have.
You all are like the kindest people. So that's a great one. I like that one. Hampshire College.
College admissions officers want to be admissions officers. We don't want to be denial officers. We really are looking to help you through the process. I think you're going to hear that over and over from admissions counselors, and we mean it. We want to help. We want to be here. Exactly what Megan said. Mostly, we want you to come. We're not looking to weed out the process.
Another great one. UMass Lowell, what would you add?
So I guess that all the food at the colleges don't taste good. They try them. Try them. You'll be surprised. There's some pretty great tasting foods at the university, and it matters. So definitely if you're going to visit, try the food.
Absolutely. I mean, everyone's a foodie at heart though, right? So absolutely agree with that one. Great. Awesome. Macalester College.
I love my food. I'm going to agree with that one. I would say that the more selective an institution is, doesn't mean it's a better college for you. It doesn't mean it's the best college. So I encourage you, don't choose a college based off of US rankings, or don't choose a college because it's the one that you get the most positive feedback from, that you're interested in. Choose the college that's the best fit for you, because it does not mean anything at the end of the day how selective an institution is. It really is in the value of the programming.
Another amazing myth there that we're busting today. So thank you all so much for being Mythbusters, but also just doing what you all do. Thank you again. It is very important. And my participants, my attendees, thank you so much for being here. It's also important what you did tonight, which is to attend and to learn and to listen, which is great. Now, remember, 45 minutes went by super, super quickly. So this is, like I said, an appetizer session. So I hope you grab some contact information and some websites and things like that you're going to check out after that, or after this session. But also after this session, after you close out the window, a very quick 5-question survey will appear. The words "very quick" are on your screen for a reason. We promise it will be very quick. Disregard the signing up for more sessions. This is our last one for tonight. Remember, though, if you would like to relive the fun, a recording will be available of all sessions, including this one, at strivescan.com/Brooklyn Tech. With that said, you all, again, thank you so, so much. And I hope you all have a great night. Bye, everybody.